Sorry, darling. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It's a Saturday. I'm just hand grazing Zack, aka Molly, and then I will chat to you about what's been happening with him. Oh, it's so sad. Since I last recorded, which is literally straight into the vlog, it's now lunchtime and I've worked all the horses this morning. The reason I'm not doing like my normal vlog where I show the whole day is, one, I wanted to update you on Molly. Two, I've had such a busy week that I just wanted to do a little bit of an easier style edit. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna go home. And then I'll talk to you about what happened with Mimosa, which is Molly's nickname. His actual name's Zack. It goes Zack, Molly, Mimosa, if you follow the timeline of his names developing. Well, there's Mole Man in there as well, but anyway, we don't need to worry about that. Since the last clip that I just put in, it's actually been over a week since I recorded that one. I was trying to do a vlog every Wednesday, or get a vlog out every Wednesday, but I'm doing this thing where I'm being very loving and compassionate to myself, and I just got quite overwhelmed with loads of different new things that I started up again, and just feeling very, very busy with the wedding and everything, and I was like, no, I don't need to push myself, I can just wait a little bit, and then when I feel ready and have some time, I'll just pick it back up. So here we are. And this is a really important vlog that I wanted to put out, and it's about Zack and his experience, you know, with going through having colic and then the colic surgery and how he's doing now. I know a lot of people have been asking me, and the support that I had from everyone was incredible. So I really wanted to make a video about it just to update you guys on what's going on, what he's going to be doing, what happened, and all that sort of thing. So it was 2.5 weeks ago now, Zack started colicking, and we've had horses colic before. Majority of the time it's been fine, so I think I was quite optimistic that he was just gonna be a little bit uncomfortable for a while, maybe have some Buscopan, the vet came out, and then he would have been fine. But it quite quickly was becoming apparent that he wasn't fine. And he's a very sensitive horse, and he was just really, really uncomfortable. So yeah, we came to the conclusion with the vet that we should take him in to the actual vet practice or the equine hospital, because she'd done everything that she could. We'd walked him around, put him back in the box, and he colicked again. And you do have to move very, very fast with colic. So he went in the evening on Thursday, and obviously they don't want to operate if they don't need to, so they said we're going to keep an eye on him overnight. They were quite optimistic again that they weren't going to have to operate, but then the vet was ringing mum every 2 hours, and then in the middle of the night he said nothing's touching him, the medication's not touching him, the painkillers, so we need to operate. And that's just one of those moments where you're like, oh my goodness. And they give you the choice whether you want to go ahead with it. So we love him so much and we would do anything to save him. So we were like, yeah, okay, cool, operate. And then he did, yeah. And again, they just call you throughout, like when they're under, explaining what they're finding. There wasn't anything like massively wrong, but obviously enough to cause him to be in that much pain. So the surgery was needed. but there was nothing really bad going on in there. So anyway, yeah, he had surgery and then they just kept ringing us, telling us how he was. He was in the equine hospital for 4 nights after surgery. We were going to visit him every day, or I was going to go and visit him every day. Then Mum would go at different times, and Erin, who is our head girl, she was also visiting him, so he had different people coming in. It was so sad to see him there though, because I think he was just really struggling with not being at home. Sorry, darling. He hasn't stayed away from home much. He's a homebred. So it was all very new for him. And I think equine hospitals are quite stressful places for them to be because it's very noisy and there's a lot of stuff going on throughout the night. But obviously it was the best place for him to be. So he did really, really well there, was healing well. And then he got to come home Tuesday after, 4 days after, or 5 days. Anyway, happened Thursday night, came back Tuesday. He came home and he did colic again when he got home, but I think it was more of like a stress colic from travelling and just changing what was going on and being back home. And that was horrendous. I can't even tell you, it was so stressful because I was so scared it was going to all happen again. But yeah, I tried to take him out for some grass because he was allowed to have the grass. And he was trying to roll and lie down, and I was just like, well, no, please don't do this, or don't let this happen. And then anyway, put him back in his box. He looked really uncomfortable. Then he rolled, which they can do with colic to try and move, help their tummy. And he was looking at his tummy, and then it's almost just like something switched, and he was like, I'm just exhausted. And then he was out like a light for hours and hours and hours. And the yard was busy that day, and he just didn't care. He was like gone. So I think he was just exhausted from surgery and everything that had been going on, and he probably hadn't been able to have like good sleep there. So yeah, he just passed out in a good way. And since then he has been an absolute angel. He's going out 4 times a day for grass for 20 minutes each time. Minimal walking, obviously, but he's such a little angel. Even when he's like, ooh, loads of energy, he's such a good boy and is just hand grazing. So that's his routine. Next Thursday, so 10 days from now, because it's a Monday now. I realise I'm not giving you any dates. I'm just like Thursdays, Tuesdays, Mondays. 10 days from now, he can start hand walking. And actually, although this is like a terrible thing to happen, and I wouldn't have wanted it to happen, the silver lining of this is that what I can do now before I ride him and like rehabbing him, I actually think is going to help his training anyway. Prior to all this, I was struggling with a few things with him. I just felt like I really wanted to strip things back, help him with the groundwork more, and this is like the golden opportunity for me to do that and just to teach him how to use his body properly. All the groundwork's really good for helping them recover from a colic surgery, so that's what I'm going to do, which would be cool because I can show you guys what I'm doing. I feel recently, the past few months, like my knowledge of groundwork has gone it was like plateaued for a bit, and now it's just gone boom, shot up, which is so cool. So I feel really confident that I can help him with that. But that is basically where we're at. He's got to do 4 weeks where he's hand grazing, and then he's got another 4 weeks on that until he could be ridden, but I'm not worried about that. All I really care about that he's happy, healthy, and I just feel like now every day is a blessing. It sounds so cheesy, but it does feel like that. So that's kind of what's going on. That's the story of Zack, and I just wanted to use this vlog to do that, and just say a massive thank you to everyone who prayed for him, was really kind and supporting when we were going through it. It really does mean a lot. After this vlog, we'll be back to the normal ones where I show you what's going on. It's actually my hen do this weekend and I'm quite tempted to vlog it. Imagine. I'm going to ask the girls if they mind. And lots of different updates to give you guys. But yeah, this vlog was dedicated to little Zack. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I will see you for the next vlog.